Hello guys and welcome to a new video. So in this video we'll check out this new 2023 Mercedes EQB 350 4MATIC, the most powerful EQB version. We'll also check out the charging, consumption and interior and also the infotainment system. Also I have here a little scooter. Alright guys, and if you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe and turn on all notifications so you're notified for future episodes. And also leave the comment what do you think about the new EQB and how do you like this. So hey guys, let's start with the video. Alright guys, so let's start with the exterior. This is the fully electric vehicle, so battery EV, BEV. And here we have the EQB, which is the largest compact electric car in the Mercedes EQ lineup. And here particular car is the most powerful from the EQB. So we have the EQB 250, then EQB 300 4MATIC, and this one is the EQB 350 4MATIC. So the 250 is front wheel drive and has 190 horsepower. The EQB 300 and 350 both are 4MATIC, but both are also the 250 single motor, and the EQB 350 and 300 are the dual motors and also all-wheel drive systems. So yeah, I would probably choose from 300 or 350, because I also tried the 250 and that one is very comfortable car, not as dynamic, and this car is pretty dynamic. So it has 290 horsepower, almost 300, and the sprint from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour or 62 miles per hour happens only in 6.2 seconds. So it's really fast, this car, in my opinion. Yeah, pretty fast and also dynamic. So I would choose probably this or the 300. So in terms of the range, the front wheel drive has the most of the range, 470 kilometers according to WLTP. The 300 and the 350, they have the same range, which is around 420 kilometers according to WLTP. In reality, I got this car charged, and depending how you drive, I think it's very realistic to hit the 400 kilometers, maybe even more, like 420, maybe even more if you drive slower. Depending on the speed, this is very based on the speed with all battery electric vehicles. Also depending if you go uphill, downhill, etc., the same as with the fuel cars. But yeah, I would say this is very good. It's not like you would lose half of the range. Yeah, I'm testing here now. It's summertime. In winter the range might be a little bit lower, but right now it's as they say in the statistics, it's I would say the same, around 400 kilometers of a range, and you can check the miles on the screen. I would say this is very dynamic. You cannot actually open the front hood here. This EQB is not on the electric platform. The compact cars will come in the future from Mercedes-Benz. So this EQB is basically built on a GLB platform, which is the internal combustion engine platform. But yeah, I would say even like this on different platform, not on fully electric platform, I think this is very good car and drives very nicely. I was really surprised by this car. Alright guys, so I'm in my garage. And here is a charger which comes with the car. It's like a normal socket. Let me show you. See? So plug it in. Now we have a power here. And we can try charging. What kind of power will we get? So we need the green light. Okay, so it's charging, and also here it says charging. So here is also the scooter which comes with the car, and this is for the larger cable. So you can check out what kind of power will I get. I was driving just, so the battery should be nicely warmed up. So I have 77%, and what's the current? Yes, 2.1 kilowatts. So the 100% will be the day, in the evening in about 6 plus 2 in about 8 hours. So it's not really fast, but it is possible to charge it at home. I would probably install the wall box so I can have faster charging. Yes, still 2.1, so that's the maximum here. Not a lot, but you can do emergency charging in emergency if you need that. So that's always good to have this kind of charging. And if you want to disconnect, then you can press here the button, and now you can disconnect. So yeah, that was just home charging, which you can do in any wall plug basically. Here you have some information about it. So here is just the cable, which is a larger one. This one you would use with the wall box. So let me show you. So this one has two large connectors, as you can see. So with this one you would get much faster charging at home. So the charging with the wall box will take a lot less time, so that's also very good. Also the GLB here is 7-seater. Here you can find a 7-seater, I will show you that as well. Alright guys, so here I am in the new EQB. We will go for a drive. Just to clarify, this particular car is not EQB 350, because I had some technical problems with my GoPro and SD card. So here I have the EQB 300, which is the middle spec. So let me tell you something. The EQB has three versions. First one is EQB 250. That one is single motor and front wheel drive. Then there is this car, EQB 300, which is a 4MATIC, and also it has more power and two motors. So it has two motors. And then is the top spec, the EQB 350 4MATIC, which is also two motors, so dual motor, but it has more power than this car. So this one is middle spec, so we have three versions. Two are 4MATICs, the most powerful, and this one, the middle spec, and the base spec is only front wheel drive. But there is also a good idea behind this, because I get to test more versions and tell you the differences. So the EQB 350, you can definitely feel that the car is powerful. 0 to 100 kilometers per hour or 62 miles per hour happens only in about 6.2 seconds. To 60 miles per hour is around 6 seconds, and this car is around 8 seconds, so almost 2 seconds. It's big difference. So if you want dynamic acceleration, then the EQB 350 is for sure, I can feel it for sure that it's more powerful than the EQB 300, which is this one. But this one is a little bit less expensive, and also has two motors, and also is 4MATIC. So for the winter conditions, two of those cars are basically identical. And maybe you don't need as much of an acceleration always, so then the EQB 300 makes a lot of sense. So I would personally go for the EQB, this one, for the 300, not the 350. I would, if I would be on some kind of budget thinking, then I would go for sure. Otherwise I would go for 350 for sure, but yeah, that's always like this. And many people think about the budget, so you can save about 2,500 in Germany. Depending on the country, it's a different price, but you can save some. And also the incentives for the EVs are at different price points, so also that makes a big difference in terms of the choosing the car. Alright guys, so what I really like about the electric cars and also about the EQB here is you have auxiliary heating and cooling of the vehicle. So now it's too hot, it's like, I don't know, 35, 34 degrees Celsius. So here, if you press this button, in the winter it will heat up the cabin, but here in the summer, if you press it, it will just have a red light, but then it will switch to blue light. Now you can see that it's cooling down the interior. You can see the level, the state of the charge of the vehicle, and maybe you can hear how loud the system has basically maximum cooling of the interior. So here you can see the juice from the battery goes into the cooling, and that's what I really like about the electric cars. You can stand still at some place, even in winter or even in summer. Just wait. If you need to wait for someone, you don't need to idle the engine because there is no engine, and you can just cool down or heat up the car from the battery. So that's what I really like about the car. This is a very good system that you can cool down like this the car. I really like that. So really amazing. If you turn on the car here with the button, I believe this will stop, and it will just cool down also from the battery because there is no engine, but it's not auxiliary anymore. So yeah, it's cooling. Here you can see also the consumption. So now 3.3 kilowatts per 1 hour, but you will not have this like for 1 hour because it will be very cold. So this is only for like 10 minutes, I would say. Also here now you can vary the fan speed, so you can have it on, yeah, like level 2 is like fine for now. So yeah, it's 32.5, so really really hot. So yes, this is the AMG line interior for the EQB. It has these very nice seats which have in the middle Dynamica, which is like Alcantara material, and on the sides this is the Artico leather, which is man-made leather, but with very nice quality. Also you can move up and down the headrest. You can do that maybe even one-handed, yes, like this, and really nice. Also this panel roof makes the car very airy and yeah, very nice. Also ambient lighting. Also you can see here this decor which has like this metallic effect, very nice as well. So here the fans have design which you know from the Mercedes, with this like aviation theme, like the jets from the plane, but I have this in this direction, so it's not blowing directly on me. I find this the best way to use these vents when it's not facing me personally, but away, and then I just have this ambient change of the temperature, not direct change. Also here we have the two displays, which you also know very nicely, which we know very well, these displays. And also here we have the MBUX system. What I want to show you here is the integration of the EQ, because otherwise we already know this system. But here the EQ, you can see the search for charging stations, so you can search that as well. So here you can see the charging. 3 arrows means that this is the fastest. 1 arrow means that this is only like a basic speed, and 2 arrows is like in the middle. And also here you can see 3 arrows, ultra high speed. So maybe we can charge it for like a little bit. I have the card which should charge everywhere in the Europe basically. So we can actually go here and maybe even charge this. Has 4 3 out of 4, so nobody is there. So yeah, maybe we can even go there. It's not very far away, 5 kilometers. So yeah, we can go there. I haven't been there actually, so hopefully it works. But yeah, very nice for sure to try this out. And yeah, this is the, what else we can check out here. this display is already touchscreen. You can set the departure time, how should it charge, at home, at work, consumption. So this is for today, 20.8 kilowatt hours per 100 kilometers. Driving was 87%, 6% was heating and cooling, 0% was other consumers. So basically I was listening to the music, that's why it was 7%. So yeah, you can save even if you are like, if you don't use ambient lights, if you don't use radio or music podcast, you can save like 7%. I would use this because you won't get very hot or very cold in the winter. So you can save like 7% if you don't use some of the stuff. Maybe if you are low on charge and you need to save it up. And energy flow is, if you are driving, it will discharge. So that's also good. Vehicle, you can see here what kind of gas or brake you will apply. So if I press the brake, you can see here 21%, and if I press gas, you can see 6%, 7%. But right now I'm in the park, so the vehicle is not moving. And owner's manual. So yeah, that's about it in terms of the EQ. So I think we should go to the charging and check out how it charges. But can you hear? This car is, the sound is only like from the speakers, this sound, otherwise it's super quiet. So yeah, if you have music on, you don't even hear the sound, so it's not that and now it's only during acceleration, during drive it's silent. So this car is extremely silent. It's I would say comparable with the S-Class in terms of the drivetrain, because yeah, it's electric car which is quiet, and yeah, it's nice to drive in a quiet car for sure. If you are talking about a comfortable driving, not a sporty driving. And yeah, basically I would go for the 300 because it's much better to have a 4MATIC if you live in a country where is snow or freezing, the road is icy. So if you live in a condition like that, it's much better to have a car which can handle that. So you can also drive with front wheel drive in winter, no big deal. I do that in my A-Class, but this car is a little bit more heavy, you know. It has a battery pack in the floor, so I would say it's better choice to have 4MATIC for sure. In terms of depending on what kind of conditions. If you drive in heavy snow, for sure. If you drive in like a city, I would say you should be fine with the front wheel drive EQB 250. But if you drive in like mountain conditions, I will go for the 4MATIC for sure. And yeah, that's basically it. I would go for the 4MATIC. You have two motors, you have a little bit in the middle acceleration, because 250 is like not fast at all. It's like 9 seconds to 100 kilometers per hour. This one is like around 8 seconds, so not super fast, but a little bit faster. So the 350 really feels like it's really fast car. So yeah, I would say definitely go for the 350 if you want dynamic driving, because you can really feel it's like the initial push is like crazy. I'm not really kidding. Up to like 50 kilometers per hour, like 30 miles per hour, you are going like in a rocket ship. It's crazy. So definitely that would be my choice to go for this. But yeah, I think this is a really sweet spot. If you even go want to have the same budget, you can go for 300 and have more options, you know. So this car, it can also steer. Check it out. If the car can see the lines on the road, which are painted nicely here, then the car can do it without you. It can steer, but it cannot, for example, it cannot stop on the stop sign, etc. But also it depends on the legislation and regulations and stuff like that. But the systems are really good. So and the new level of the system, which is a new S-Class, C-Class, I believe also E-Class, these systems are even better than the one which is here. So these systems are getting better every year. So that's good news, because with this kind of systems it's much easier to drive in a commute You don't even need to push the brake or accelerator if you are going in like a traffic jam. In a situation like this, you can choose from 4 levels depending how far away you want to be from the car in front. So for that you have a Distronic, which is adaptive cruise control and works really well. I usually use it from 1 to 3 levels depending on the situations. And for example here, right now I am the roundabout, and for this roundabout I turn off the Distronic, but now when I exit I turn on. Here you have the button which says reset. So basically it will reset to the settings which you had before you cancel that. So you don't need to set it again, you just press here up with your left thumb and it goes again like that. So that's really great. Now it should accelerate. I think here is the end of the village. Yes, there it is. So the camera should recognize that. Yes, see what, now it goes automatically up to the speed limit, which here is 100 kilometers per hour. And if you are going closer to the village, which we will go very soon, the system will brake before you enter the village or the city. So you enter the village already at that speed which is there required. So now we are entering the village, but also there is a car in front, so you can see now it should recognize. Yes, so now it recognizes that we are in the city and it changes speed to 50 kilometers per hour. So basically don't really need to even change speeds. It works, as you see, really well. And I think this is the big benefit of this car for sure. And for all cars which have these systems, that they are really easy to drive. You basically just make sure the car steers, the car adds throttle, the car brakes, the car change speed, so also keeps lane. So the car basically is doing everything. So you just sit here and relax. You can listen to the radio. Alright, so I arrived at the charger and we can try this. Also I have this card, the Mercedes Me Charge. So with this card you can charge at fixed rate with tariffs and with some monthly fees depending on the tariff. So you have 3 tariffs. First is at 0, second one is like €5, and the third one is like 17. I will put the exact. So you can charge with the tariffs with this card, and you can plan the cost much better, and also it's at lower cost to charge with this card. So this is very convenient for Mercedes-Benz to do this kind of program in Europe, so that's very good. And we can try here the charging, what kind of speed we will get, and if it will work. That's the first, like, it should work, right? So I don't know what to do, so I'm just doing what I think is good to do and what is right to do. So okay, so this is connected and here is the display. So is this, what did I do? What should I do? Checking ID, DC. We can do, yeah, English, that's good. Which one? Select maybe this one. Connect. Okay. It's connected. Maybe it's this one. Which one is it? Maybe it's different. Maybe it's this one. But I cannot do this one. Okay. So cancel. I can do it once again. Language English, select plug. So CCS. So which one is it? Oh, it's the green one. Okay. So yeah, this one is more far away, so I will just cancel. So you need to select first, okay? So, but the card is working, which is good. English. Now I need to do, so it should light up green. Okay, so it's this one. Okay. It's a little bit tricky to do this one-handed. Cable is quite heavy as well, but not too heavy. Okay. So this should light up green if you're charging. You can check here what it says. Connect. Okay, so maybe it needs to think. But it's like, looks like legit, this station. Connect. So I connected one which was, maybe it's also communicating with the car. But the car is very good because you can you don't need like accounts for every different company which is doing the charging. So right now I have the auxiliary cooling. I can turn this off. Maybe that's, but it shouldn't be a problem, this one. So yeah, connect. So I connected it, but it doesn't work. I don't think it should be that long. So we can try another one. Okay, so I tried the second plug and none of them worked. So I'm not sure exactly why, what's the reason behind it, but yeah, didn't work, so yeah. But it recognized the card immediately, so it's not a problem with the card, for sure, another problem. So yeah, let's try another one. Okay, so I'm at the next charger and I plug it in, I'm waiting, I can hear some noises, and yes, green light. So I was probably doing the wrong plug, because the one we should use is the blue one, not the green one, because I can see here two greens and one blue, so I use the blue one, and that's what I should do. So yeah, it's working. Okay, that was my fault. And here we can see 41 minutes up to 100%, and 47% is the state of charge, and charge energy and charging time. So 41 minutes from 48 up to 100. That's very fast actually. So wow, nice. So we can now check. This is how it looks. So yeah, the cable is enough long. That's very good. And yeah, I was here, so maybe I can try that one as once again to see if that was my fault or not. But yes, 95 kilowatts, 94 pulling, so that's very good. Yeah, very nice. The car here is not charging the blue one, the Golf, because yeah, it's not plugged in, so we should have the full power of this, so that's very good. Yeah, very nice. And also it says here 37 minutes and here 40 minutes, so a little bit difference, but yeah, basically the same time. Not like long time, because here is the grocery store and you can just do shopping in the meantime. So yeah, even if you shop like 20 minutes, you will have like around 80% of what, so very good actually, so really nice. And also soft close from the wind. But yeah, really satisfied with this. Okay, so I'm back. I was using that charger. I'm back with this one, with the first one. So we can do card. Okay, works easily. Now I just select which I need, and it's the blue one. Okay, so this one, you can open it. Actually, if you park like that, it's easier to connect. The other one, this one is a little bit trickier because yeah, but not a huge deal. So yes, okay, and it should start here. Yes, okay, so that was my fault, because I thought the green is the one which I should choose, but it was the blue one. Okay, and we can wait a little bit. Already I charged like 3% in like a minute or so, so we can check out what is the speed of the charging. So it's going up 11, 12, so let's see what will be the peak power, but it says 100% in 36 minutes, which is basically the same what says that charger. But for example, what I just noticed, here is the sunshine, so it's actually better to park here, so the sun is shining towards the back of the car, not in front where you sit, if you want to sit in the car, obviously. So yeah, that's basic stuff. 96, a little bit more. Also, what happens if I press here the cooling, auxiliary cooling? So I want my car to be cooled, and if the time increases, now it's 36 minutes, or if it will pull more power, or maybe it's not that energy intensive, so we will see. 96, it looks like it's not a big deal to charge and cool down the car at the same time. Yeah, not a big deal, so you can use cooling while you are charging, because to sit here is not possible for 35 minutes. You will be like exhausted from the maybe you will have even like yeah, overheating of the body. So yeah, not a big deal to turn on the cooling, so that's good. Already 90, already 58%, so wow, pretty fast. So yeah, that's very good. Alright, so actually the 100 kilowatts is the maximum fast charging speed for the EQB 350. So we were at 96 kilowatts at around 50% of the battery, which is, yeah, I would say close to the physical maximum, and basically that's very good. Also from 10 to 80% it can charge in 35 minutes, so just a little bit over half an hour at the fast charger, which I think it's really good actually. So yeah, a really great fast charging solutions. So now we have some headwind, so you can hear also more of the road noise, but the road noise also depends what kind of surface you have. So when we were driving before, you had much smoother asphalt. Here is like old one, so it's not as smooth, so we can compare this. But overall the car is really quiet. I would say it's a little bit more quiet than my A-Class, but not by much. They are about the same in the compact level of the cars. The larger is the car, the more is the quietness in the interior basically. But with the EV it helps in terms of the quietness and calm drive, that basically helps if you don't have the internal combustion engine. When I was driving with people which don't like to be passengers, they generally don't like cars, they just want to go from A to B in a comfortable way. They really like this car because it's quiet, and yeah, it's really quiet. So alright guys, so here is the kick scooter, the electric scooter by Mercedes and EQ. Here you can see also it has a front lamp and also the rear tail lamp, and it has a suspension. So see, also here the stand, and you can fold it very easily. Here you have some speeds, so speed 1, 2, 3, 4, and here is the level of the charge and the speed. Here is the beep, and also here is the brake. And with this one you accelerate, or if you move it towards the front, then you have a recuperation. So very nice matte black scooter. For the last kilometer, if you are driving to the office and then you need to go from the car park towards the office, so this is great usage for that. And yeah, this is how the EQB looks. We can check out here also the rear seats. So here is my backpack, and here are the seats. The rear seats, I believe here you can fold this, yes. And there are the rear seats, they are also folded, and you can unfold them, and also you can position this. So yes, the angle of the seat is also possible to change, and also the rear bench is on rails, so you can change how much space do you need, or what kind of boot capacity do you need. So yeah, very nice. Also here in terms of the interior, so really nice. So here is a look from the rear, very nice in the sunset. And 360 walk around. So let me know how do you like the EQB. Alright, so I'm charging at 93 kilowatts, 32% now, and in 44 minutes I should have a 100%. This one makes quite a sound, this charger, and basically shows me how much kilowatts did I take and the time and the speed. It doesn't say when it will finish, only in the car. So yeah, I will probably do 100% today, because I need to give the car back with as much charge as possible. So yeah, let's see. Alright guys, so this is the rear section of the car, currently charging. A little bit noisy, not sure why, but yeah, here is the rear. So let's hop inside, but we can test the noise isolation of the car. So now you can see much quieter, and here you can see the charge. So currently 91% and 32 kilowatts, so it will be 100 in 15 minutes. So yeah, here I wanted to show you the rear. So this part of the bench is as far towards the back as possible, and this one is as far to the front as possible. So basically with this one you have the largest boot, and with this one you have the largest legroom here and the smallest boot. So you can regulate the size of the boot. Here you can see also. So this is the amount which you can adjust. So quite a lot. Here is also the kick scooter and cables. Also the panoramic roof. Very good car for sure. Here I am at the as far as possible towards the back to increase the legroom. And in this case I can sit behind myself easily, basically. So as you can see, I have enough room here, and yeah, if I would go more forward, then I wouldn't have enough space, or maybe none of it. And yeah, that's just for smaller persons or for a child. You can easily attach here the child seat by ISOFIX, and also you can move these individually. So this 60% and 40%. So that's very good. Also here you can fold the middle armrest, and here we have the cup holders, which are like a hidden. So overall, really great rear section of the car. And really quickly I can show you here that this is a 7-seater. So basically I deployed the third row of the seats, so you can see there first row, second row, and here is the third row. So this is I would say only for the children, because if you move the second bench you don't really have a lot of space. I can fit here, I tried it in the GLB and it's the same here, but yeah, it's not a lot of space, mostly for the kids I would say. So you can also fold it back, it's quite easy. Just this red pull, just pull it and it will fall. Also here, so you can see now how large is the boot. If you only need, yeah, push a little bit, okay, it clicks into place. Yeah, right now you can even move this rear bench even a little bit towards the rear, and it will have even more legroom for the second row. So also you will put this here, so it's closed. But yeah, I would say very nice and practical car, this EQB and also the GLB. But here in this case the EQB, very practical electric car for sure. Even though it's not built on the electric platform, I think they did a very good job with this car for sure. And yeah, you can see here it can close electrically. So in terms of the EQB design, you can see here these diffusers, like on each side you have these 3 fins. Mainly I would say it's design feature, but maybe it helps also a little bit with the airflow if the air comes from this direction, so it might also help with that for sure. So here in this case we have the night package, so the window trim around the windows is all blacked out, as well as the side seals, and also this rear part above the diffuser is in high gloss black, otherwise it would be in the chrome. But yeah, also for the design language, you can see tail lamps have connected design with this bar, also lights up during night, or if you turn on the rear lights, tail lamps. So in my opinion, very nice design. Might not be the prettiest Mercedes-Benz, but for sure it's a nice car and also very practical. So this car you wouldn't buy because it's the most stylish car, but because it's very safe, comfortable and practical car for the family. So that's the reason why would you buy this car for sure. So guys, if you enjoyed this episode, give this video a like, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you're notified for all new videos, and let me know your opinion about the EQB 350 in the comment section down below. So once again, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you soon in the next video. And as always guys, have a wonderful day.